it's Kylie Bertucci, Stamping Up demonstrator in Australia. Welcome. I had the time scheduled wrong, so some of you might be a little bit late today. I put it as PM instead of AM. Thank you, Bruno. How are you all? I love that. Lol. The time is scheduled for 11 PM. You know me too well, Helen. She's like, I know what Kylie's done. So how are we all today? I think it's time.
Did someone say beveragino?
For a beveragino.
Did someone say beveragino?
Yes, we did.
Beveragino!
Hello, good morning. Beveragino time for you, my crafty shack. How are you? This is a cup that we got on one of our trips, our Stampin' Up trip. We got this from Norway, and it's the most expensive cup I think I've ever purchased in my life. I think it cost, yes, we are a big trickster, Megan. I think it cost about $40 or $50 for this cup. It's probably worth about $5. Probably not even handmade like what we're going to do today. We're going to have a lot of fun today. We're going to be playing with the pop-up petals today. Ah, so exciting. I have got a few ideas. I've got a little template here from Bruno that is going to give us an idea, but I want to change up the paper and hi everyone. I know I really do need an IV or coffee today. It's been a very busy week this week, and it's only going to get busier, but that's great. It's all good things, which I'm really happy about. But yes, and live on Facebook, that's all that matters. As long as we got the Facebook one right. But yes, we've got lots happening. We've got some visitors coming over on Sunday, which is very exciting. And we're having a pizza day. We're going to someone's house tomorrow night and might be jumping in the pool at their place, which would be really good. This afternoon, I've got to get all the pizza dough ready for Sunday, so I'm going to do all the pizza dough this afternoon. And we've started our sourdough. Actually, I do want to go and grab the sourdough and see what it's up to. I wonder if it's at that place it should be. Or it looks like it's grown a little bit. No, it hasn't grown at all. It still needs a lot more time. So I think it's got to get to like double the size, which is at least another 100. But it did say up to 8 hours. Maybe even 12. But yeah, I think it's going to need 12. And then if it doesn't double the sourdough, then I need to refeed it. We can refeed you, little sourdough. How much fun is that? We've been wanting to do it for ages, but just haven't got around to it. So yeah, that's going to be a bit of fun. And what else is happening? Yeah, pizza day, going out Saturday night. Tonight, last night we had a really fun time. We had a few friends over, but they're younger ones. So our friend, he's 20, so he could be our kid. Weird. And then his sister and her friend, and we played card games. We played Organ Attack, which was really fun. So yeah, we've had a really fun week. Ate popcorn, laughed a lot, was great. So that's going to be exciting. Always something to do, isn't there? And what? We're getting a Costco in Perth? Let me Google this. No, we've already got one, I think. I think we've got one in at the airport. But yes, there is a Costco in Melbourne if you're thinking we're still in Melbourne. So, yeah. Now, let us have a look at what we're playing with today. So, Britta and I had a lot of fun with this all week, and I will show you all of the projects that we did. Oh, why is that so bright? It must be like, why is there so much light in this room? It's not used to this much light. Let me just go front facing first, and then I'll find out what is going on with this little one here, why it's so bright. sometimes when we do some new things result. Talk among yourselves for a moment while I figure out how to, because I don't think I've ever done that one. Oh, yeah, I think I've got it. Yes. Don't you love it when it doesn't take that long? I'm like, I would have no idea how to fix this, but maybe I do. Look at you two. That looks very nice too. We've opened the blinds a little bit more, so we've let more light in. Okay, so this is our pop-up petals bundle, and these are the new die cases in case you haven't seen these. So one is the stamp set, one is the dies, and Bruno has put the pop-up petals because it just said Stampin' Up dies or something like that, but he's put the actual name on there. Stampin' Cut and Emboss is what it says. So he decided, you know what, I want it to say pop-up petal dies. So we've decided to keep ours separate. We're still trying to figure out how to store the stamps. Bruno has kept like the top and the bottom piece of the stamp so that it has something to stick to, because we have maybe stuck it to the paper. And he also did stamp here, but I don't really feel like I need this stamped here because I would rather it be stamped here, but it's very difficult to stamp it so that you can see the images when they're back to front. So that's probably the only thing I'll request from Stampin' Up, and I'll put a sandbox in and just say, look, can we just have the sheet printed, because that would help very much in this situation. So whether they'll be able to do that eventually, it will take some time, maybe a year or two, but they hopefully might be able to do that for us. So just keep, if you're a Stampin' Up demonstrator, keep putting that in the suggestion box if it's something that you have found would be helpful, because then we can, but I would still keep this top piece, and I think it just closes really nicely too when you do that. So that is our new stamp set. So no more clear cases now. It's just these with the envelopes, which I'm really happy about. The only thing I'm sad is that it's going to change our background, because it just looks so pretty behind us here. So we're going to have to think of something that we replace in the background, which I'm sure we'll find. There'll be something there that we can add in, so that'll be good. Now, the project that Bruno's made this week. So firstly, I did a special one for our members, as I always do, and I will do today as well, using next week's items that we're going to be highlighting. But this was the card that I made with my members, and this was Bruno's anniversary card from me. And I used the pop-up petals for this. Now, you might look at this and go, where on earth is the pop-up petals? Because at this point, I've used this beautiful, what's this alphabet die called? I'll get the exact name for you because it is so cool. If you're looking for something to buy and you're not sure what to get, the party alphabet dies are literally next level, people. You need these dies in your life. And I'm hoping that we can put another suggestion in, and that's for the numbers for this, because that would be really cool as well. But I've used the absolutely stunning brushed with beauty paper on this one and cut out those letters. But where did I use the pop-up petals bundle? Where might that have been used? Ta-da! This is where it's been used. So these, every single one of these were cut out using the die that comes up in the pop-up petals. So that 10 times fast. So I've used this larger one here to do that. And isn't that the coolest? And then you can have like a pop-up stand there. So it's really, really fun, this sweet. Like, even if you don't necessarily like the stamp set. Oh, thank you, Tess. Such a darling to us, seriously. You look after us so well. So this one here, yeah, you might look at it and think, no, it's not really my thing. I mean, I absolutely love the sentiments. I think even if you're not necessarily into the images. I think the sentiments are fantastic. And this is an online exclusive, in case you haven't seen it before. I would also love your thoughts. I was having a really good chat with the team about a few things, and I would just be really interested to do a little bit of a survey with all of you as my special VIP customers and VIP supporters, because we really appreciate you watching and following along, particularly live. And we know that you're very special to us. And something that we were talking to Stampin' Up about is, say for instance, this one here. Do many of you sort of hold back from getting the online exclusives? Are you sort of a little bit unsure as to whether, particularly if you're a demonstrator, are you unsure whether to purchase an online exclusive because you're not sure how long it will be around for? Because one thing I would really love to ask Stampin' Up is, can we just get just a minimum? Can we have, look, it'll be around for 3 months, or it'll be around for 6 months. And, maybe they did say something in the past about that, but maybe it's changed. But it would be really good to know that if there is like a stamp set or anything really, ribbon, just to know, look, it will be approximately around for this long, which means I'd have to restock it if it runs out. But yeah, I love Sharon's point of view. If I love them, I buy them. And I think that is a really good point. It's like, if you see them, then why not get them straight away? I wondered if a few people are confused, because some might see this and go, where on earth were they from? Because it was interesting showing this week these products, and a lot of people were asking us, where does this come from? So I don't know whether that's creating a little bit of confusion for people. I know for me it has created a little bit of confusion, because I'm like, well, where is this one from? I'm just so used to coming from a catalogue. And I'd be interested if any of you have sort of been the same. So if you can let us know, that would be really great feedback. I gave a bit of got a lot of feedback from my team as well, and they had some really good points that they had questions about. And anytime you sort of have some questions or things that you're not sure about, I'm talking to Stampin' Up and head office quite often. So, or whenever I like, really, I can contact them. And having a bigger team and, obviously doing well in Australia, they want to hear what we're thinking. And so we want to hear what you're thinking. Please, if you feel like you're not being heard or you're not being validated in concerns that you have with Stampin' Up or the products or anything really, please just send us an email and let us know, because we want to hear from you. We want to pass on that information to Stampin' Up as well. And I'd much rather you email me than sort of feel like you have to go online and talk about it there, because it doesn't really get to the right people to fix it. Do you know what I mean? If it's on a Facebook forum or a private group, or even in a group where there are Stampin' Up staff, it's just not the right forum in order to express properly what is happening. So just use the right channels. I'm definitely one of those people that would love to hear what you're thinking, and I can share it with the right people as well. So Laurie said here, and I think that this is a big thing, that quite a few online exclusives I rethink before buying them, as I may not have time to use them in classes. And I think that is an overarching sort of thing that seems to be happening, like worried that they're going to sort of sell out by the time you go to use them, and I really would love to address that with Stampin' Up, and that was the exact concerns that my team members had. They're like, well, if I get them and then I can't use them in a class, how am I going to use them? I think with the online sort of area, because we can get it and then we can use it almost straight away, and we're just putting it online like this. We used it for an entire week. It's now online, and we don't know how long it will last, but we know that we've got a week's worth of content there for everyone to enjoy. So it works out well for online peeps, but maybe for the face-to-face people, having a sort of time, a minimum time, I think would really help. What do you think, Laurie? If you got told, because the mini catalogues are 4 months, so, and we have no problem buying it from the mini, even though it's 4 months. So, yeah, maybe the same with this. Good morning, Nicole. Good to see you. So that was one of the pop-ups. Here's a few of the other ones that Bruno made. I think that this is so cute. He's just stamped all the background there with one of the flowers, and it looks like a really cool grungy background. So that's the amazing thing too, isn't it? That you can use the smaller things as a background image. So Laurie, yeah, what is even worse is they may be unavailable when I use them, and then that frustrates my customers. Yeah, that's the other bit as well. And then Leonie Stewart. Oh, hello, Leonie. Lovely to see you. I agree with Stampin' letting us know how long something will be available for. For some people, it's a big investment purchasing a suite or bundle. And I have customers who only purchase products in catalogues. Yeah, I think that's definitely a big thing as well. That, look, for me, I'm a bit of a collector. I love to collect the set. And I feel like not having the set or not having it all in a catalogue sort of takes away that sort of collector's feel. Yeah, it's quite interesting what it's done for me, even psychologically. I'm like, I loved collecting it all. Yeah, Brenna just stamped that one there over and over again. Isn't that clever? It looks like designer series paper, doesn't it? But no, he created his own designer series paper. Crumb cake and stamped on crumb cake. Yeah, really cool. But yeah, totally agree with you, Leonie. And I think, you know, if we start sort of figuring out what it is that's sort of affecting us, or what is, you know, what we need to do in order to feel comfortable with purchasing online exclusives, or even being aware of online exclusives, you know, please let us know if you have some ideas and let us share that together, because we want to help each other, and also we want to help our customers as well, to know that these are available and that they're not in a catalogue, and that they're, you know, separate altogether. So anytime that you want to find the online exclusives on the Stampin' Up store, on any of the demonstrators store, all you have to do is just go to, I'll just share my screen. If you go to, it's not what's new, it is under menu and then online exclusives. So there's a whole group of online exclusives here waiting for your interest. Oh, you go away there. Yeah, and it's, you know, it's fantastic. These are not found in any catalogue anywhere. There's some really beautiful things, particularly like this Hobby Haven, and this is fairly new. Like you'll see here, new, and I think that's a really great way to know that it's a great time to get an online exclusive if you see something new. Particularly something like a suite. Like it would be wonderful if we could get sort of a timeline from Stampin' Up to say, look, if it's a suite, for sure it'll be around for at least three months. But if you looked at one of our team members, she said, if you search by, what did she say? I think she said by date in one of the lists. So if you look at one of the lists that came out, actually, even if we do this oldest, and this is online exclusives, and you look for like the oldest stamp set, but I don't know if you can actually see the date here, but on the spreadsheet you could see the date. And then that really helped to sort of see how long will something be around for. But yeah, it doesn't really have the timing here. It's only if you go to the spreadsheet, which, yeah, I'll have to figure that out because I haven't figured that out yet. But if you just search by newest, then you know for sure, okay, these are the very latest products on the online exclusive. section, and you know that you're going to get, at least hopefully a couple of months. A team member did say though that something ran out after a few weeks. Have any of you experienced that? Because I thought everything would be around for at least 3 months in my head, 3 to 4 months, maybe longer if it's popular. So I'm all ears. I'm listening to you, okay? You have a forum. Please feel free to say whatever you would like to say because I'm very, very interested in helping us all sort of figure this out. Yeah. I know, that guy, he's such a smarty pants, isn't he? Now, this is the other one here, very sweet, and it's great to see this stamped and coloured because I think you get a better idea of how cute that little pot looks and those gorgeous flowers all coloured in. And ta-da! Look at the inside. So he's done it landscape. Isn't it the coolest? It's so cool. So instead of thinking that you have to do it always this way, you can actually do it, on a portrait one. But yeah, it's really cool. I love that. And I love that how it's standing. I love that it's completely hidden. You can't see anything behind. And it's just even having that darker colour and having the same colour, like doing it in the designer series paper, is actually, it sort of sits nicer too in the designer series paper. So absolutely gorgeous. I think it's a beautiful set that will be overlooked. And I just think how sad that some of these online exclusives, you're going to miss them when they're absolutely beautiful. And yeah, you don't want to miss them. So definitely check them out. Again, he's done this beautiful background here using just the flowers. I love it being, he said this was a happy accident doing it on the, not straight, crooked. And he's used watercolour pencils to colour in the background just for that softer look there, which is just beautiful. And then we also have this one here using, paper that you wouldn't expect to go with this, bundle, but it looks fantastic. Is it nudie? Oh, nudie! But I love this idea too of the base, and that's just using blends, all different types of colour blends. It looks like he's used some of that amazing, what is it called? Maybe, I think it might be the new one, the peach pie, or maybe pumpkin. What's this one here? I think that's, Tim and Tiger, actually. It looks like Tim and Tiger. And then maybe even some like crumb cake or something, and then lemon lolly or darling duckling at the bottom. But yeah, it looks like in between is a little bit of a neutral colour. Maybe even some grey, basic grey, or some smoky slate, something like that. But yeah, it's really interesting having the different colours there to sort of create your own gradient and your own layers. And then the one that we're going to do today that Bruno made was this one, but we're going to change up the paper and have a bit of fun here. Again, he's on this gradient here, but I really love this. I think that looks so pretty, that flower. And you probably remember me doing Timid Tiger into Darling Duckling and into Post-it Note Yellow, Lemon Lolly. That's very nice. It's interesting that it looks like it's almost like a crumb cake or something there. Interesting. But then you open this up and look at this. How perfect is that little pop-up in there? It's just saying hello, and it's so sweet. It's so tiny, this little tiny one here, but it's actually perfect for this card. So this is what we're going to do today, have a bit of a fun fold, really simple fun fold card. And if you wanted the recipe for this, just keep in mind that we had a giveaway over on Facebook. I know I love this card too. Maybe this card you're saying, but anyway, I love this one too. But I will get the link for you because it's a fantastic tutorial, and we did it as a giveaway over on our Facebook page where you could get the free tutorial. So hopefully you all grabbed it. it was actually a beautiful project. It was this one here, this beautiful card. Do you remember that one where I did that amazing technique? I'll just see if I can. This isn't scrolling very quickly, but let's see if I can get to it and then grab the link for you. There we go. It's better. I love all the way. Oh, there it is. I knew I'd find it. So let's share. And then if, in case you didn't grab it, you'll want to go over to Facebook. And you've got to write peaceful, the word peaceful. And then you'll get the link to that. So I think that's it there. It's all good, Bruno. Got it. Yay! And then I'll even pop it over on our Facebook as well, because we don't want all of you missing out. Because Chris Andrews is over here. Hi Chris, and Joan as well on Facebook. Hi Chris and Joan, good to see you both. Thanks for saying hello. It's great to have the Facebook running as well at the same time. Very good. So let's get crafting, lovely people. So if you have the tutorial with all the measurements, a few people sort of ask us, well, do you have a video that goes with it? And it's just a sheet. It doesn't have the video to go with it. But consider this your video. This is your video of the tutorial that is available for free. So yeah, go over there, grab it, and then you'll be able to understand what I'm talking about. And we can pick some new papers to go with this that I think will be, because Bruno is very bold in his paper choice, can I just say? And good for you, Bruno. I would not have ever picked this combo. Maybe this combo here. I would probably, I'm seeing this one, but I'd probably go plain here. But it works for Bruno. So you can do whatever. Like, choose your own adventure with this one, which is nice. Now, I think I'm vibing this one here because I feel like it would be really nice to see it in some purples. Yes, there is a video, but I think the video was for members only, wasn't it, Bruno? Oh, no, it actually was I think we did do it public, didn't we? I can't keep up now. We're so busy. There's always something happening. But yeah, good point. Let me have a look. If it's got, oh yeah, click here to watch the video. Look at you, Bruno Bertucci. So it must have been they were used to having a video, and then it was the next one we did. Where they're like, well, the last one had a video. Where's this video? Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you for pointing that out. So you get a video as well. You get to see this beautiful card that I made, which is absolutely gorgeous, if you're wondering. That's sunflower embossing folder if you're looking for something to purchase. Add to cart. Requirement. Now, I think I'm going to go for perennial lavender. Now, this is I think this was an annual catalogue item that ended up moving to online exclusive. So there was quite a few papers that ended up staying, which I absolutely love. I think, you know what, if there's no need for it to retire, why would it retire? So I don't see, it doesn't say that it's part of anything. So I think it might be, because even if we had, like I've just clicked on paper, even if we just had a little tab here for like catalogue, but we just clicked online exclusive, even that would be a really good idea. Because I feel like that would help the searching. And then we'd know, okay, it definitely belongs in the online exclusive. But the other thing to do would be to say perennial. We can even search by, and if I click this, yeah, so it's saying it's still part of the catalogue. Okay, so yeah, it can. Interesting, it just brought up that. Okay, so let's search for something, because it's telling me, yes, it is part of that catalogue. Let's search for something that I know is definitely in online exclusives and see if both of those disappear. So if we do pop-up petals, So we've got that there. I think we can't see, yeah, we can't check the list if we go there, but let's just see if it disappears if we go like this. So yeah, it's already disappeared, even just putting, because you can do this up here now as well with the search. So we can clear that, so it's not part of that one. And then you can click on that annual catalogue and you go, no, it's not part of that one, because it was right at the start here. I mean, it's very rudimentary, but I would love maybe just a button that says online exclusives, and then we would be like, yes, we definitely know it's part of that. I mean, if you can search a different way, maybe your brain works differently to mine, but that I just want to know where it belongs. That's probably the only thing I want to know. Is it definitely an online exclusive? And how do I find it quickly, fast, and efficiently without hating my little brain? And then the next level, I think, for a lot of demonstrators is it retired? That's probably our other one that we're like, is it still around or is it not still around? And probably the best way to make sure is it around is just to come over to the store, do a search, and if it comes up, it's still around. But I think because we don't know when, maybe we need to put on there when we purchased it. Yeah, we just got to figure it out in our little heads so that we can make the most out of it while it's around. Now, I know I was going to go for purples, but I'm sorry. This paper here, I don't think I've actually used it properly, and it is absolutely spectacular. Look at this. So I think I'm going to use this beautiful paper here, and then let's have a look at the stamps, and then we could quite possibly, I think I'll still use the same flowers that Bruno used, and then we can have like a pop of, you know, some colour here, and maybe just something really subtle to go with it. Maybe, what would go nicely with these greens? I think maybe a, I don't really want like an orange, like a Cajun Craze, or a, I think maybe, I don't want to do an orange either. Maybe a cherry cobbler would be nice. But probably, actually, you know what? I know that the Highland Heather goes with this suite, and it would look nice to have the flowers in something that has, maybe even some berry burst would, you know, like if we do the flowers in that. Just something that blends really nicely with it. Petunia pop. And even though the colour is actually changed, I think the Highland Heather probably would look the nicest because that's what's already here. But it's faded a bit on the front, so it's not true to colour because we do get a little bit more sun here, so a few of our items are losing their colour. Ooh, crumb cake, beautiful. I like that idea, Bruno. Yeah, I think that would look nice with the, because in the list here, it's got Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Lost Lagoon, Orchid Oasis, Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce, Starry Sky. Really pretty colours. So that's very nice. So let's take those two. We'll pop all the others away and pop them back. Now, I would normally do Love It, Chop It, but because I want to show you how to chop from scratch, I haven't been doing Love It, Chop It. Some of you have been doing Love It, Chop It, and you cut it down to maybe just in half, so it's like 12 by 6. Some of you are doing the 4 by 6, and some of you are doing our card template size, which is the Poppy Parade card template size. Now, this new, because we're not going to have the stamp cases, from what I can gather, I'm guessing we won't have stamp cases anymore. So just keep in mind that you can also purchase the, because I saw them pop up, what did they call it? Are they pockets? But those new, no, it's not under pockets, so it's maybe storage. I think they had, maybe, oh, there they are. Yep. So they've got stamp and die organisers available now, and you get, how many of these? 10. 10 of them for $28. So that's great. Now, the size of the case, if we were to work out the size, you could definitely put in the Love It Chop It. If you cut down and you like having yours already cut and already done, you're looking at 5.5 inches or 14. So, you know, for me, I would usually do that, like the 10 by 14.4, which is plenty of room here to pop card fronts inside, and then in these cases. So that would be the new Love It Chop It cases. I keep it like this only because I want to show you every time I do a video. But if I was to do my storage, I would definitely put everything in one of those. And you could even, like with these folders, I could even use like all these little bits here, cut them down to a, you know, nice size and put this inside so that all those little scrappy bits are contained in a, you know, one of these organisers. And that would be a nice way of keeping everything, because some of you like to do the 3D and you like it larger, and some of you like to do scrapbooking, some of you like to do card making, and some of you are both. So if you're doing a bit of both and you want the 3D and you want it larger, then that would be a great storage idea to put, you know, one of these empty storage cases inside. Just a little tip for you, just to keep everything neat and tidy. Take those away and we'll do some choppy. Now, Bruno mentioned crumb cake, but I think I might do my base in the Pretty Peacock because it's one of my favourite colours and I haven't used it in quite some time. So I'll grab that and grab my trimmer. So the card base is just the normal card base. I always like to score first, just so that it gives a bit of a groove, and then we want to do a score line at the halfway point. Almost did it in the wrong spot. Halfway, and then we also want another score line at, which one's that one? Oh, yeah, there. Yep. So 5.25. But just look at your measurements because you're going to have two different ones depending on what measurements you're using. So just go over and grab that instruction manual for you. And then we need the other piece of resistance. We'll fold that in a moment. And we need to do the other panel. So we need 18.5 by 9. And if you're doing it in inches, it's 7 inches by 3.5 inches. So 18.5. Banana. And then we need to score that at 9 and 14.25. If you're wondering what the two little 5 is, you just sort of go slightly in between. It feels like it's not really doing, it's like in between the millimetre. It feels like it's not doing anything, but it really genuinely does make a difference. So just keep that in mind. And if you're doing the imperial, it's going to be 7.5 inches by 3.5. and you're scoring it at 3.5 and 5 5/8. But just refer to the tutorial that I linked you to, and you will have all of that there for you. Hello, Caitlin, and hello, Chris. And Sarah, if you go to menu, then shop products and online exclusives, you see all of them. Yes, so true. Yes, and love that with the, yes, beautiful. Now, we've got our two little panels here. So very simply, all we're going to do is we're going to have a mountain and a valley, and you just want to burnish those so that they're nice and crisp, like so. And then we want in half, and we want a mountain. Perfect. So we can decorate this. This one here, we just have to keep in mind that we're going to go to the edge. Bruno said that it fit better. I think you could still possibly come in if you wanted to. It's totally up to you if you want to go to the edge, or because on my project here I sort of brought it in a little bit. But with Bruno's project he went all the way to the edge. And maybe you can explain why going to the edge was a good thing, Bruno. Because I think I've realised why this doesn't go flat, Bruno. So maybe if you wanted it to do that, it's where you've stuck this that changes how much space you've got, if that makes sense. If you wanted that to go flat, then you probably have to pull this back a bit or that back a bit. Anyway, up to you what you do. The one thing that we are going to do though is make sure that the paper that we choose for this panel here, we are going to use our little pop-out mechanism. So that's going to be exciting. So I think if we do, I'm like, yep, I think we'll do this beautiful greenery in the background. And then if we have these two pieces, I think we'll do two of them along here, and then we'll do some decorating. How nice will that look? Good idea, everyone. Look at us go. We're so smart.
Me,
Hey.
I did it to the edge.
Yeah.
Just so that the box is in the corner and it's equal spaces.
Oh, I see.
Equal spaces between there and there.
Yep. Because you know how you were saying it wouldn't go flat?
Yeah, I said that's just because I stuck it down wrong.
Right. I thought it was because of the pop out. Okay, so if we go, I'm just going to take off a little bit off this so that we can have a little bit of a border. And I may as well cut it all now. Why not? You ready? I think I've checked it twice. Yes. Such a good feeling. Chop it. And then we need, what was the other one that we need? 4.75. So it is a little bit annoying having to do like the little 5, but look, you get used to it. It's not often we do a little tiny piece here. And if you can do them all together, it's going to flow really nicely when they actually join the pattern. Like, it looks really good. And then 10. Good. And that's going to go there. So we'll stick those down. That's going to look really pretty. And then the one here, we'll do the same one. So I think if we do oh yeah, that's that one. Rear. Anyway, I'll just do a little bit of measuring because I don't know, I don't think, no, we didn't end up using this so that we didn't need the piece there, yeah, the panel. So we'll do 8.5 by 8.5. And then we've got, these don't matter too much. And then I'll do the same again because we're going to cut that out. Wasn't the most efficient way of cutting the paper, but whoopsie, it'll get used. So that we'll do that, and this is what we're going to use to cut out. So you don't want to stick that down just yet because we want to line up and use, I think using designer series paper for this is actually really a great idea. I think Bruno, oh, that one's slightly different. What's this one? Oh, I see. It's got slightly different measurements. So it's actually 9 by 8.5. Just like, I was like, why is that not matching up the way I would like it to? That's better. Good. And that one there. Brilliant. Now, let's stick the ones down. We'll move that out of the way so I don't stick it down incorrectly. But we will stick all those down. How fun that we get to do some crafting together. And look at that. Even though it's beautiful, isn't it? Such pretty paper. Perennial lavender. There we go. Nice. Oh, beautiful paper. Don't you love it? It's so quick and simple, isn't it, with designer series paper? And it makes us look like an absolute champion. So I have to have a look at what we're doing next for next week. Now, this one here, I think the best way to get this angle right, because we want it to be directly on that fold. So I know that this is just a bit rudimentary, but I'm just going to do a little pinch point here, just so that I can see where that fold is going to be. Make sure I get the fold right. I think that's, anyway, it'd be interesting to see how Bruno did this, because this, probably actually, if I do a little pencil mark, I had the girls here last night and they were using my pencil, so it's probably disappeared now. Oh, here we go. Found another one. So you could just do, I'm sure there's an easier and another way of doing this, but I just want to make sure that it's right on that fold there. So I'm just going to do a pencil mark. Yes, good. Okay, so to do the pop-up, this is a cool mechanism, this one. So all you need to do is grab one of these, and you can do the larger or the smaller. Bruno did the smaller one. You could possibly do the larger one if you wanted to. I don't see any issues with doing it a bit larger. Let's have a look at Bruno's pop-up card. Just to see what happened here. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So he's done the smaller one. Will it not?
You can see it.
Oh.
When you close it.
Yeah. Oh, it sticks out. Yeah. Good to know. I bet you there's a reason why Bruno's used the, thank you for that. Do you mind closing your door too, or headphones? Thank you, my love. I can hear myself talking in the other room, and it's like, ooh. You know, when you hear yourself, you're like, ugh, no, don't want that. Okay, so let's cut this one. Now, this one definitely needs some washi tape to keep this stuck down. Just to put it in place there. Because this is one of these ones that you want to make sure lines up properly. I mean, it's not a huge thing. You can kind of, yeah, make do, but it is, yeah. The fact that they've got the little lines there means, yeah, it's going to impact the pop-up mechanism if it's not lined up exactly where it should be. So just take the time to get it stuck on properly. There we go. And then we want this to come out, and we're going to score this little piece here because it doesn't have a bend in it, so I need to score that. And look at this. We have an amazing mechanism here that will do that scoring for me. Yes. And that is going to be our little, oh, we need the little edges as well. You could just use your, we've got this cool tool that comes with your take your pick tools, and so you can use the burnish edge, like rather than trying to see through. Just there's always, you know, different ways of doing things, but yeah, sort of pick the one that you feel is easiest for you. And from here you can just grab your ruler and then just go edge to edge. And I'm on the pierce mat so that I know that that's going to, yeah, go through like that. And those folds are going to help the mechanism to work then, because you just need the little bit of burnishing there. And there we go. So we just slightly tease that and then fold that over like so. Look at that. And that's going to sit in there very snug and lovely. It's looking so smug. So we'll actually fold this properly, because we could have, yeah, done the score line on the way down to give that a good burnish, but that's okay. We now know. So I was thinking, oh, I don't really want to score that, but I actually do want to score that. Now, that is really cute, and Bruno's left his, well, he used the paper and then put a piece over the top, so it sort of looks like that box is separate. But I'm going to keep this as is, and all I'm going to do is add these pieces, because you're probably wondering, what are these little tabs here? What are they all about? Well, let me show you. I will introduce you to these little tabs. We'll bring our little mini in because we can. Is everyone having fun? I wonder what you're doing today. You're chopping paper, or you're doing some housework. Do something that you have been putting off. Because, you know, by the time I finish this card, maybe there's some dishes that you've been ignoring, or some folding of clothes, maybe some laundry. I'm sure there's something that you're like, ugh, I really don't want to do that. And I'm just sitting here frozen, watching Kylie, maybe just, you know, frozen on the couch, which, you know, it happens to me. I get overwhelmed and then I end up just frozen and not doing what I need to do. But yeah, if you watch me and get what you need to get done at the same time. We call it body doubling. And it's so fantastic. It helps me so much if I can't get a task done. Then I'll sometimes say, Bruno, can you just please stand there? If I have an idea and I'm just not sure what to do. Yeah, I use body doubling for a lot of things. So it's definitely worthwhile. Oh, this is for the little one. For the big one. So I don't think we can have a little box for the big one. Maybe we can cut it down. So I'm thinking this looks very large. We can cut it down to size because I think in the big one this sort of sits really nice and flush on the top here. But what we could do, let me see what this measurement is. And where's our other bigger one? So I think that fits, yeah, from edge to edge. So as long as we do from edge to edge on this one, where's your other one? There we go. So even though these aren't cut to size, we can just cut them down. So we basically want this sizing. We want it to end. So I will get my little ruler again and I would just say I need it to end at that point there. So then you know, okay, that's where it's got to be flush to. And it's, again, very rudimentary, but I think it's going to work. I have faith. There we go. Just a little. I just want to take off a little bit each side. Hi.
Hi, I've got an idea.
Oh, yeah.
If you just keep one point.
Oh, you're good.
And cut
then cut
one straight and put that in the corner.
I love this. Thank you.
The straight one.
Yes.
I think it should just be at the.
Yeah. Point. That's even better. So we'll do it to there. And we'll test this out and see if that works. So that's where the point is going to be. But what I'm going to do is just follow the same angle as what's there, because that's half the battle, right? It's like working out the angle. But it's telling us where the angle is. And so you just, keep moving your scissors into the angle that you need. And that should be what we need for a little flower pot lid. Ah, look at you. I know it's just a small thing, but when you see it stuck down, it really does make a difference. So see what I did here? We just go here. As Bruno mentioned, we'll just do that flush to the edge, but this side is just a little bit longer. So then we're not having to cut both sides. So interestingly, it goes to the edge. It's pretty much where the edge of this is where you're going to cut it. So that's actually a really good gauge. But just put a little dot there. You can see it's pretty much right where that line is. And then just do a little bit of snippy. And again, line it up. Snip. Yay. And I think it's worth it because it would have been cool if Stampin' Up added that in, but we will forgive them. Well, it's slightly over, but I'll just cut it slightly down a bit more. There we go. That'll be a bit better. And then we'll stick that on. Oh, little cute pot. So I'll stick all this in and stick those on, and then we can do our little flowers. Keep that in place for a bit. Ah, the tabs don't fit on the small blocks. Thank you, Bruno. Oh, hello, Bronwyn. Oh, work. How annoying. How dare it get in your way of crafting. Oops. Whoops-a-daisy. So cute. Look at that. So cute. Now I'm going to do this piece first. I'll just do one side and then I'll do the other side. Just so that I can gauge where it's going to stick down and if I need to compensate for the fold. Because sometimes when you're doing these types of things, yeah, that looks good there. And then I would possibly fold that. I mean, you probably don't have to do this, but I just, sometimes when you've got a fold and you've got designer series paper, sometimes it can just, like if you just lay it flat on there, it can get a pinch point. I feel like this is a little bit skewy. I probably didn't line it up properly. Yes, correct. But I will forgive myself. Yes, even that is actually interesting. See how it's got, see that's the pinch point that I'm talking about there. So let's just lift this up a bit because I don't want that to dry just yet. It may have already dried. Come here, little one, don't dry yet. Don't dry yet. You can do it. You're almost there. Oh, it dried in this edge, but that's okay. You're not looking at any of this. Because I've always had, this is probably the only pinch points I've ever had with these type of fun fold cards. Like when I do online stamping retreat, I'm like, oh, I don't understand why it pinches. And I think I've taught myself today why it does. It's because I fold it rather than, okay, let me just stick that down so that, so rather than stick it right down, I've got to actually maybe, well, even if you go flat, it's still going to have that pinch point. I think it's just part and parcel. Now, I'm not showing you what I'm doing because if you saw the disaster underneath here, you would be like, ah! But just know, no one knows, okay? Only you know what craziness is under there, how much ripping I did, but that's much better because it still folds nicely and it sits nicely. It's still a little bit like when it goes flat, but you know, we don't need it to go flat. We need it to pop open. So that's great. I'm happy with that. And I've got a little bit more of a border now, which is what I wanted. So interesting, Bruno said here, you can go here and, you know, Bruno is very much all about angles and getting the, you know, that nice 90-degree angle. However, you can just come over a little bit and you can come over a little bit here and you're still going to get that angle. So it's just really placement of where you put this front piece because Bruno's got it here and yeah. But I think no matter where you place it, you're going to get a good like pop-up box there. And you can even gauge, this is where I sort of stuck it down. I stuck it down where it's even on both sides so that when it closes, you have got a really nice border here. So I think I'll do that again. And if I just estimate what it's going to do. Ta-da! Look at that.
Hi, me again.
Hi! Looks great.
So, on the original, I made this piece longer.
Right.
So, it's, yeah, so this part here is the same width as that part there. That's what I did.
Right, right. Because I was thinking, this seems to be all okay. But I think even if it was slightly off angle, like say you're sitting like this, where it's just a little bit flat, I mean, it's not as good a pop out, but yeah, just move it until you get a really nice pop of your box there. But I'm going to do that so that it's even on all sides. I like that look. And then when
Oh, that's different from the other one.
And then when it opens, it's like that, which will be great.
It's great.
But you'll figure it out.
How's the...
Look, I think it is moving, the sourdough.
Did you put the elastic band on it?
It was at 200.
Okay.
I took a photo actually, so I can show you that. But, yeah. It's not as much as I thought it would be this morning. But it's probably going to take a little bit to make come alive. Because we've been sitting on the like it is definitely looking happy, because when I look at last night, like it's definitely starting to get a bit puffy, and yeah, it's looking healthy, but I might just need to feed it again. We tried to do sourdough when we were in lockdown, and yeah, it didn't really work very well. So we just, I think maybe the mother wasn't quite ready. Yeah, I didn't really understand bread as much as I do now, because I've been cooking bread for quite a few years now, and I think like even the pizza dough and things like that. So hopefully we can figure out what the trick is now. How gorgeous is this, people? Really love it. Now, all we need to do is do some pretty little sentiments here. So I think if we do the flowers, the rose one, I think that looks really nice. That can be on the front. And I want to do the Grateful for Your Friendship. I like that you make my life better just by you being in it. I think that's really cute. Yes. And then in here, I think if we do a whole lot of these tulips maybe. There's even this one here, like a standalone flower. Because what have we got? We've got, oh, I see. Yes, that's the colouring in of the rose. So you can actually use these stamps. I might just use blends, but you can use these to colour in the rose petals, and the rose flower is coloured in by that one. And then with the tulip, you can colour in the tulip with that one. There's nothing for the leaves, but yeah, that would be easy enough to colour in on your own. But yeah, just so that you know what that is. Oh, that'll be so cute. Yes, yes, yes. So let's just stamp all these. And we've got our cutouts too for our flowers. And you could even, yeah, even little butterflies could be around here. It's very sweet. Lots of different ideas that you can do with this. Now I think I will use the basic white. And I've got some scrappy bits here. I think that's very vanilla. Yes, I've got a scrappy piece of basic white here. This sentiment I'll do on the Pretty Peacock. I had some spare pieces of the Pretty Peacock, I thought, but maybe not. I might just grab a little scrap piece of that. Pretty Peacock, where are you? There you are. Yes. It's good using up the scrap bits rather than chopping into a new one. Ah, here it is. Like, I was sure I had an extra piece of Pretty Peacock here, just for the sentiment. And these two we'll do on the basic white, I feel. I think that looks really nice, what Bruno did. Now, where's my embossing goodies. We just changed rooms recently, so everything that was on my right side is now on my left side. It's taking me a while for my brain to catch up. I'm always like, oh, where are my drawers? Because I feel like I'm in the same room, but I am not. Okay. Oh, sorry to hear that you've been in hospital again, Caitlin. You poor thing. You've been doing so, like, yeah, just so much for you. There we go. And I'll just move this die back where it needs to go so I don't lose that. And I think there was another die over here, wasn't there? Maybe not anymore. Now it's lost. No, there they are. I'm like, oh no, where are the pop-up mechanisms gone? They're gone. They've gone forever. It's a really nice sentiment. Ah, perfect. Oh yeah, when did that change? Maybe it's they're just doing it by, instead of your name, they're doing it by your YouTube handle now. Maybe they're going into handles rather than having a name. So it's got the at Mr. B times 3. So I wonder what my name says. I think I don't actually know what I named mine. Beautiful. I'm going to test. We can all test what our name is now. I've got hi. Oh, mine says Kyla Bertucci. So maybe because it's my broadcast. Yeah, I'm just going to cut this out. You could do just like use a sentiment or like a cutout. I wonder if actually there's a, oh, ow, that was my knee. Actually, let's have a look at this one. I've got a couple of really nice punches here that I haven't used in a while. Labelled with love, that's really cool. Let's have a look at that sizing. I might have to redo it just to sit properly. Oh, but that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Let's do that. We'll have a look at this one too. I think this will have too much space around the outside. Oh, it's still good, isn't it? Oh, I think I'll do this one. Look at that. And there's this one here. Just in case I was off. I was a bit excited, so I think I was off the screen. Which one do you prefer? This one's labelled with love. And this one is modern oval. Line it up, take your time. Yeah, so much satisfaction. Now we'll check and make sure that labelled with love is still available. Because it could be gone. It could be an online exclusive that's just disappeared without us realising. These things are going to happen now. We just need to keep checking, right? There's no harm in that. Labelled. Let's have a look. Labelled with love. Punch. Yes, still available. Do we have the to the point? I don't know if we have to the point. think we need to add that to cart. Let me share the screen. So we've got this one here. Yeah, I've got the Happy Labels one. But yeah, we don't have this one here. Add to cart. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. And this one, yeah, that's a current one. There's a few punches that I realised, oh, I don't have that one. And I've got to make sure that I get into using them too. So this one's a new one. I think Bruno ordered this one. But yeah, you can let me know, Bruno, if we've got the 3 banner punch, because it's not in the room. And if we've ordered it, all good. But if not, add to cart. I love going shopping with you all. How fun is that? Bit of shopping. Just a little bit of shopping. Okay, so we've got this, and we can sort of place this. Oh, yeah, I think placing it something like that, and then we'll have our flower, and we'll have that up like this. So good. I'm so excited that we used a punch. We can have that on the side here. Even like this with a leaf. Yeah, that looks really good. So the leaf can sit in there. Let's stamp that one. I like to flip it over and then come to the item rather than putting it on, because you just never know, you could put it on crooked. Actually, I've got this one here that's better for this one. Now, I think we'll do, you could 100% do memento, but my new memento really is Secret Sea. I really love it. It's like my go-to black now, even though it's not black. I really like it. Now, where's my little scrappy piece? Here we go. So we need a flower at the front. I'll just stamp a few of them, and I'll get my pierce mat too, so that we've got a little bit of support behind here. Where did you go? I know there's one over there, but that's not the one that I used. I've got a video one, and I've got a not to be seen on television one. Because it's messy, but I don't know where the other one is, so I'm going to have to use the messy one. I don't know where it's gone. I know we used it, didn't we? Anyway, it's so weird what goes missing around here. I'll just cover it before I stamp, so you don't see it. So we'll just do a few of these. Just in case we decide to use them on the inside. And then we've got a few of these that we'll do. So cute. Hey, look at us flying. And we're going to, I know where you are now, we're going to colour with the, oh, I don't know why I grabbed the stamp set, because I really just needed the blends, didn't I? The Highland Heather, and I think if we do, that's the Petunia, Highland. What else have we got here? We can do the Pretty Peacock for the flowers, or even the Lost Lagoon. And there's the Berry Burst. What a beautiful combo. Oh, thank you, Stampin'. You gave us all of our colour combos. So now we get to do some fun colouring. Don't we love it? Oh, I love colouring. Let's zoom in here so that you can see nice and close what I'm up to. Get the, oh, that light's not on, that's why it's a little bit dark. There we go, a little bit better. I was like, oh, where's the light? So I always like to start with a lighter colour, and with the stem actually we'll just do with the pointy end of the stick. Now I will go very quiet and very twinkle, because that's what happens to me when I start colouring. You may or may not be the same, but this is what happens to me. Now I think this is the dark, yes, which I like to start with dark and then go with lighter in the same colour. So no rhyme nor reason, I'm just sort of doing some dark, some lighter, or keeping some light. And then what I can do is come in with my lighter Lost Lagoon, and I'm going to use the other side and just go over the top of everything. And that way it just blends the whole thing. And you just got to have a little bit of light and shade. It doesn't show up when you straight away. You've got to let it dry a little bit. Beautiful. And the other thing is, I think if we do the Berry Burst, I'm just going to do, this is the dark, isn't it? Oh, that's light. Do the dark first. I just like to put it in a few places. And then you can leave a little bit of like little splatters of white. It's hard to do. Your inclination is like, oh, I want to colour that in. But when you see it dry, you'll see it just gives it a really nice sort of textural effect then. It gives it almost like a little bit of a watercolour effect too. But, you know, feel free to colour it all the way like Breno has here. So totally up to you what you prefer. And then these ones here, we'll do them in the Petunia Pop. Let's just test this one out. I'm going to do a little bit of the dark. How are you going with your body doubling, by the way? Are you getting that hard thing that you've been avoiding done? You can do hard things, okay? I'm here for you. Get it done. Is this dark? Yes. And you'll be so grateful. Use my video as your opportunity. Like, even if you have to put your headphones on and you walk around with me, it's okay if you're not commenting, but I'd be really happy to know that I've helped you complete a task that you've been avoiding. Yesterday I went through my fridge and I was like, nope, that's it. It has to be done. There's all these containers in here with half bits and pieces that I've got no idea what they are. Capsicums that I roasted that we didn't finish, and what else was in there? A couple of arancinis that we didn't finish, and I was like, no! Oh, I did the wrong colour. Oh, this is actually quite nice. I've done Berry Burst Light over the top of... Oh, that looks very nice. I'll show you the difference. So that's Berry Burst on top of Petunia Light, Petunia Dark. I'll show you the difference between the two. I really like that. That's a nice combo, that one. And then we'll do some light Pretty Peacock. Because this is quite dark. I don't think we'll need the dark. If anything, I might use the colour lifter to just give it texture. Because sometimes you can't get the light and shade from the blends because they're already quite dark. So your colour lifter is your buddy. See, I felt very good last night because I thought, you know what, just do it. Don't think about it, just pull them out. Start pulling them out. You can deal with the dishes after that, but don't think of it as an entire task. Just one task at a time. First task, pull everything out that you don't need. Now, I'll do the... Oh, Bruno, you're way behind if you're saying labelled with love. Bruno needs to do a refresh. So that colour lift is fantastic. It doesn't appear straight away. It's not something that you're going to see straight away. So you've just got to give it time and then you'll start seeing that colour lift, hence colour lifter. It does tend to, like this one here, you can see it sort of bleeding out a little bit. So just be very careful not to go too crazy with it. But it's fantastic, that one. Now I'll cut these down so that I can use my mini. Because you know I love my mini. I'll just come back up again. There we go. Where's my other, there we go, my other sandwich. You posted that comment 15 minutes ago. Did I just see it, did I? I'm the one that's behind. I was like, what? How did that just come through? Oh, here we go. So just keep an eye out. You want everything to line up. So all lined up. Excellent, excellent. And we'll run that through. Actually, before I run it through, there is something that I want to try that I always forget to do. It's still in place, but what have we got here? I've got the foam adhesive sheets. They're the adhesive sheets, masking. So do we still have, yeah, I think we're empty on that one. Bruno might be able to help me. But I was wanting to find the sheets so that I could make like a little sticker. Because we're going to be doing a lot more, like there's some exciting puffy stickers coming. And I thought it's such a good idea because it's basically just having something stuck up on foam. Yeah, I don't think I have any sheets here, so we need to add them to cut. I'll show you what I mean, or what I was thinking of adding. Here. Brennan might have them all in his room. Yeah, these ones here. Let me share the screen. So they're foam adhesive sheets, and so they're basically full sheets of, like instead of having the cut out pieces of, you know, that you can pop up, you can do the full sheet, and you can actually stick it to the back and cut, which is amazing that it does that. The first time we did it, we were like, there's no way this is going to work, but it did. And we're like, what? How is this possible that this foam adhesive doesn't get squashed? So anyway, I've got to make sure I add that to cart as well. Just added that to my cart because I don't think I have any in my craft room, so we definitely need some. Okay, so that one's, I can just use dimensionals for now, but it is a lot easier to just cut it out and have it on the sheet. Particularly this type of thing, like imagine trying to put adhesive on here, and yeah, it was amazing. It actually really does work. Oops, that was a bit skewy. It's worth taking that off. Whoopsie. Pay attention, Kylie. Take your time. This is why we do extra ones, because you just never know what's going to happen. Still slightly skewy. It must be moving as I run it through, so it'll be a bit more gentle. Take your time, take your time. I think it's this little bit here. Yes, because I can't see the bottom bit, I'm a little bit out, I think. There we go. Oh yeah, up there. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that looks good. So delicate and little. Now, stay in place. That's better. Good. Well done to us. And we'll pop those straight back in the little magnet spots. Those can go over on the side. You can come back in here and get wound up there. Okay, what else? Look at this. I love this little bit here where you get to compile it all. Okay, so we're going to have both of these, I feel, up on a dimensional. I've just got to get the right placement for this flower. It could be something like that, where we have a little bit of space. Oh yeah, I think something like that will be really nice. So it's sort of in the lower bit. And then we've got our flower. So pretty. So we'll use our dimensionals. And just remember, if you shop with us this month, you will receive a free tutorial. So just keep that in mind if you're feeling like a bit of a shop. This will be a video class bundle full of 12 different video class bundles, and normally valued at $22. You can purchase it if you don't shop with us, that's fine, or if you're a demonstrator, then you can purchase it, but it is free to all of our customers that shop with us. So definitely go and grab that if you wanted to. This has been a very, very popular one, so I love the fun fold card that I did, so check that out. You'll absolutely love it. Oh yeah, that's it. I'm like, where did the dimensionals go? I need another one. So just use your flower here as a guide, and I might even pull out some of the minis too. So you just want to see where your placement is, just so that you can get it in the right spot. Ta-da! Yay! So happy to hear that, Nicole. And then we'll do a few. I can do a bigger one on the petal. And then I'll do a few of these smaller ones. I might actually use my little take your pick tool. Love this thing. So handy. Brilliant. Oh, I love this so much. And I love the space, because now we're going to put some embellishments, of course, and some really pretty embellishments will just go so nicely around that. And now our little pop-up box. Look at it. It's so cute. So I definitely think 3 here will be nice. And we could even sort of layer them. I'll just put this here so we can gauge where we want them all. So I think we'll have that berry burst one in the center there, and then we'll do the other one. I actually don't know. Yeah, I think it would be nice to have another one on this side too. But if we do this one on this side, maybe we can have it a little. We'll do this one a little bit bigger and this one a little bit smaller. Oh, that looks so cute. So yeah, I'll stick those 2 first, and then we can stick this one and do that behind and just sort of raise it up a bit. This one could be, oh, I think that looks good there. And then have that one sort of sitting almost in the center piece, but it's just slightly over here and then angled. Do you like that? Oh, it's so cute. I really like it. So tape would probably be really good, but you can use the Tombow glue. Just know that you're probably going to get yourself a bit of glue is going to happen, but that's okay. As long as you're not using too much. And we've already worked out where we want it to go. So I've got our 2 pieces here. I'm just holding on to that for a little bit, just until it sort of holds itself. Oh, flicky flick. Like this, just holding it in place for a bit. And then our last one here. Just do a little bit more here. And just do it behind this one, but we want it to be a little bit higher. So yeah, you've got to be careful of that glue, because I probably put too much glue on there. And the height is wrong. So don't do as I do. But because we've used the Tombow glue, I can move that over a little bit. And just wipe that away. Yep, wipey wipe. It was never there. Yeah, it's always good to use them as a guide. Now just make sure it can flatten and that nothing pokes out, which looks brilliant. Look at that! We did it! Yes, it's so true. That is so true. You can have it behind, have it sticking up like, yeah, that's a really cool idea. Like if you do it like this, then it looks like a full, I love that idea, Nicole. I think we should do a little bit of that actually, so we can have like a really nice full bouquet. Oh, it's so sweet, isn't it? Really, really love it. Chop it. Oops. I didn't stamp that one properly, did I? I'll just do one more just in case. Beautiful. I'll do the Lost Lagoon dark. Actually, I'll do the light. It'll be nice with something a little bit different. Oh, that's beautiful. Oops. It's alright, it'll get cut out. No one will know. Pretty. Beautiful. Look at us fly. Get some new tape because I think the so please think of me today. I've got to go to the dentist. So annoying. And I've got 2 fillings. I think I only have a few fillings, but they're older fillings that need replacing. Who knew this was a thing, that they get sort of a little bit dislodged just from movement and eating and all the rest of it. So yeah, I've got to get older ones replaced. I'm like, oh, I really don't want to do hard things, but I know I have to. Every part of me is going, don't do it. But then I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, no, you need to do it. Future Kylie will thank you if you do this now. But yeah, it's the last thing that I want to do. But yeah, my dentist is so funny. Like I thought to myself, he's always like, no, you've got to make sure you floss. You've got to make sure you do this. You've got to make sure you do this. Anyway, they're always making you feel bad, like you're not doing enough. And then I was speaking to someone, because I always do my checkups. I'm always regular, even though I don't want to be, but I always make sure I am, because I did dental nursing years ago and I know what can happen. And I also had to have a root canal once. So I'm like, no, I have to make sure I keep on top of these, because there's repercussions that are way worse and more expensive in the long run. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like always like I'm being guilted by my dentist, which is part of the reason why I don't like going to. Anyway, I was talking to some people, some friends of mine, and they're like, yeah, like literally I left it for 15 years. I didn't go to the dentist for 15 years. And someone else said, yeah, I didn't go for 7 or something like that. And I'm like, oh my goodness, here I am being made to feel bad by my dentist. I'm like, good, now I've got something to say. I'll be like, well, you know what? At least I'm coming regularly, and I'm coming for my scale and clean, and I'm coming for my checkups. How many people are doing that? So, you know what? In the big scheme of things, you should be commending me. You should be saying, well done. Good job that you made it here. Because a lot of people are not doing that. I'm like, ugh, they're always just so judgy. Stop judging me. Yes, I know I can do better, all right? There's always room for improvement. But point out the good things I'm doing. Oh, so cute. Yeah, that's going to look really good. So I'll just sort of stick. I think if I do 4, I'll do 2 that side, 2 that side. Because then it will be, yeah, that looks really cute. Do you like that? I can sort of go, I don't have to do it sort of fanned. I can do one a little bit higher, one a little bit, we can do these 2 in the middle higher, and then sort of mix it up a bit to make it look a bit more natural. But I do like the bouquet look, to be honest. It's so cute. Thank you, Nicole, for that suggestion. I really like that. I think it's going to be well worth it. Perfect. I love it. So it's even hidden behind there, and then that sits up like that. Oh, thank you, Nicole. I really love that idea. I'll try and get it as close to the fold as possible without it actually being over the fold. Yeah, that looks good. Yay! And we'll put some embellishments. Which ones should we put on? Because, it's always a piece of resistance, isn't it? Oh, we do have the triple banner punch here. Yay! I can take that off our list of shopping items that I added, because it was in our brand new online exclusives. Isn't that a cool banner punch? Oh, brilliant. Thank you for ordering that for us, Bruno. Now, we've got some new matte dots. They're quite nice. Ooh, maybe some of these. They look like little droplets of water. These ones are quite nice because they're very neutral, aren't they? Even these ones here might be nice. I just don't know if they'll show up enough. But anyway, we've got that. Even these ones here look lovely because I think they might be Lost Lagoon. Matte always, they're amazing. They're actually quite nice, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe the Berry Burst ones would be nice. Oh no, we're getting too many, aren't we? Oh, even the streak dots, but no, we'll pull them out because they're not grabbing me as much as the others. These ones are quite nice, but yeah, not cutting the mustard. These ones are probably a bit too blingy for this card. If I had some gold on here, it would work. I think we found, oh, even just the normal pearls. I think that's a good assortment. Ooh, hang on. I think we might have found a winner. Purple Fine Shimmer Gems. Let me just check and see if they are still available. And if so, I feel that they are the winner. Yes, Purple Fine Shimmer Gems. $14. And all I ever use is 3. Yeah, this is perfection. Look, it's all the colours, and we can even do a variety. So thank you all for your service, everyone, but you have been eliminated. You are the weakest link. We'll get our Take Your Pick tool. And I feel like doing these lighter ones. I think they were all, maybe we can do these because that goes really nicely with that flower, doesn't it? But I do like these lighter ones. I'm going to go for this, I feel. So if we just do it near the flower. Usually my placement, like it depends how much white space there is. Just want to make the globby a bit more globby. Yeah, that's a bit better. Come on, you can do it. Whoa. Yeah, so with this one here, because there's quite a lot of white space up here, like if I went too far away from the flower, it would feel like it's not grounded. I know that sounds, I don't know how to explain that, but with that so much space, it's almost like you're trying to ground and make that space a little bit smaller, but still keep that nice space as well at the same time. And I like it to be sort of near the item. If it's sort of, you can do it over here, but it will just take away, like my focal point is here. So by using my dimensionals in a way that brings focus to this item here, by doing that, it's saying, look at that. This is where I want your eyes to draw to. So it's just creating like space, like making that space feel smaller, even though it's still quite open. Because sometimes leaving that much space, it just looked very bare before, but now just adding 3, who would have thought just adding 3 dots, 3 embellishments can just help ground that space a lot better. And I don't think I'll add anything on this side. I was going to, but I don't think it needs it. I think it's its own hero. If anything, if I did do it, I could possibly put 2 here and maybe 1 over here, but I just don't think it needs it. I think it's very happy as it is. One thing that you could do on this little box if you wanted it to stand out a little bit more is you could use your blends and just do some blending over the top. Just slightly, you know, you have to be very careful obviously along the edges there and probably do it before you stick it down. But that would just be a nice way to add just a little bit of depth over the top, but not take away from the pattern as well. Even if you just do, like I've got the Lost Lagoon here, and you can just do a little tiny little bit of shading along here, and a little bit of shading along the edge there. Nothing major. And a little bit here. And then along the edge. And all that will do is just sort of give that illusion of more of a pop out too. So you don't even have to go all the way. But I feel like that has grounded that really nicely. Especially along the edge here, I felt like it was just a little bit sort of, yeah, it wasn't grounded. So yeah, there you go. Hopefully you got lots of tips from that, and all for free. I know, we're generous like that. So please, if you enjoyed today's video and you think others will enjoy this video, please share it, please like it, please subscribe, because we work very hard to give you this free content. And part of the reason we give this free content is so that hopefully if you're looking at starting card making, you can order from us. That maybe you would like to shop for the video class bundle. It's helping you to see that what we put in our paid content is really good quality, that you'll learn different techniques and tips. I'm learning from all of you as well, but I just think it's nice to sort of get a preview of what we're about and also what we have on offer. So if you wanted to, you could join our YouTube membership, and that has, you know, extra content on there. In fact, we'll do an exclusive video together. Last week we did this one together and spent about an hour or so making Bruno's anniversary card together. But yeah, every week we have some amazing content. And yes, thank you, Rochelle. I'm totally going to add some Wink of Stella. In fact, I think this might be a new one that I got. Let's do a bit of that. Totally agree. We'll just do it on the flowers because we have it here and it's just so pretty and gorgeous. Why wouldn't we? Feels like the flowers are naked if they don't have Wink of Stella on it, right? The same as the inside. And just a note to self, with this card, we will just pop a backing piece here, but you could also have like an actual like stand-up piece, like a whole extra piece there if you wanted to as well. But I'll just add the basic white on the back there, and I think I've still got, do I have a spare bit of basic white still around? And I think we ended up cutting into that for our flowers. We did quite a few extra flowers than I expected we would do, which is good. It's always nice to have some extra flowers. So I would just cut this down to our Poppy Parade card template size. If you haven't got our card templates, it's a really great thing to invest in because it will help you, particularly if you're new to crafting and card making mainly. It will give you all of your measurements so that you can also do translation from other countries, because sometimes other countries have different measurements to one another. So yeah, you can check that out and see if you have any questions about the card templates. Don't hesitate to ask. I think it's that one there, yes. So just click on that, and the card templates are fantastic. They will help you to feel more confident. They'll help you to not waste your cardstock. Yeah, they're very, very handy. All of our usual watches, including myself and Bruno, we are all in love with the card templates. And they're just very, very useful, just so that you know what you're cutting, what it looks like. It's like a real life sketch that you can see, and then you know exactly how to cut your paper, what sizing you want. And of course, we've got some beautiful paper here that we can add just to make it, you know, all looking like it's all coming together. So I'm going to do a little strip actually. So I think that will be really nice. Oh, yeah, that looks like it should be fine. Yeah, it's these little tiny things that, I know it doesn't seem like much, but to me, I just feel like now the card is actually nice and it's completed. Just little things, little touches like that make a big difference. You don't have to do it, but I love it when a card doesn't take much extra. I like having that little line there of basic white, just so that, yeah, I don't know, it just looks really lovely. So there we go. We've even got somewhere to write. Yay, no nudie card here. So thank you all very much for joining me today, and thank you for the extra likes. I can see we've got up to 18 likes now. Thank you. Most appreciative, and it really helps us to grow our channel and to reach more people, which is definitely our goal. We want to introduce as many people as we can to this amazing craft, being able to do card making, being able to share it with other people, feeling good in ourselves when we craft. It's just such a really beautiful thing that we can do. And we've been going for about 2 hours now. So 2 hours of free content. Please, if you can like and share that and subscribe, that would make the world of difference to us. So thank you very much. Thanks for being here, and have a wonderful week ahead. And for all of our YouTube members, we'll see you very soon. I'll pop up a reminder event notice, and we'll go live very soon. So thank you all very much. Great to be here with you, and we'll see you all very soon. Bye. Big hugs.